Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Mewtwo Fan Nate, and I am your coach of the New York Noibats. This week, we are going up against Lynx Forte of the Anaheim Farfetch'd. It is Season 2, Week number 4 of the P4G, and Lynx is a really good friend of mine. I'm really excited to be having this battle with him. Unfortunately, it is post-com this week, so I do apologize for that. Hopefully, you guys can forgive me, or at least tell me your thoughts, whether you like post-com versus live-com. Let me know in the comments, we'll see how we do. Looking into this game, I was so thankful immediately that he did not bring the Electivire, because, that was the one thing that really, was threatening my Raikou from, beating his Celesteela. So it was kind of, or I should say, stopping my, Raikou from beating his Celesteela. So with that being said, I can pretty much freely Volt Switch around on almost anything aside from the Nidoking, which he still doesn't really want to switch into it, because if I do predict that and go for Hidden Power Ice, Hidden Power Ground, one of those kind of things, he's not going to appreciate that hit. I am running Hidden Power Ground. If you guys did not watch the team builder, go check that out, because that does explain basically this entire game of what I brought, why I'm bringing it, my entire thought process, which is extremely important for this game, I would say. So you guys will definitely see how that plays out. Looking at this entire team lineup that he's brought, I decided that I was actually going to lead with Mesprit and put on a bunch of pressure. So I'm actually going to start the game right now. So I'm going to lead off with Mesprit here, and pretty much just because I can hit everything with either neutral or super effective damage, I think it's a good lead. Fortunately, he actually leads with Ling Yao, his Keldeo, which is actually, his team is fully based off of Full Metal Alchemist, the anime, so that's great. So, this is actually my Keldeo check, so that's great. He switches out into his Sylveon, which, based off of this damage, it kind of looks like it's a mixed defensive or defensive, maybe not fully, but it, because it takes that Zen Headbutt pretty well. I'm max attack, not max attack. I'm pretty offensive. You guys will see in the team builder. So I hit it with the Zen Headbutt, and then I U-turn out of there. He doesn't go for protect or anything, fortunately, to get extra leftovers or scout or anything. I figured he would try to go for Hidden Power Fire, and then I noticed that Hidden Power Fire did a lot of damage, and then I looked, and I was like, oh crap, I imported the wrong Piloswine somehow. I don't know how Showdown messed that up, but this is actually the Week 1 Piloswine that I brought against Kelly that has Oblivious and not Thick Fat. So I was like, oh well, I'll just get up my rocks either way, and this actually has a lot of defensive bulk. This was actually supposed to take on take up close combat from Primeape. So as soon as this Heavy Slam killed me, I was like, oh crap, that is Choice Band. I was like, that is definitely Choice Band. I read the calcs and I was like, oh, that was oh god, that's Choice Band. And so I was like, all right, well, I can go out into Raikou now. Rocks are up. He doesn't have a way to remove them. I can pretty much get off a hit. I think I click Thunderbolt here because I was like, I'm not playing games with this thing. I'm pretty sure I could Volt Switch here as well, but I think I just go for the Thunderbolt. Smarter play would be for me to Volt Switch, but I was like, I can't mess around with this Celesteela. It's just too threatening. So now I go for the Volt Switch, and that Goodra is extremely bulky. I think that is more either AV or Spadef, something along those lines, because I know it's resisted and everything, but it's out. So he goes for the Flamethrower, I guess, still predicting the Scizor or something to come in. I mean, fire moves are still good, So I go for the Ice Punch here just to scout out the damage, and it does a lot of damage. And because I'm Assault Vest, I'm like, oh, I can stay in, but he misses, unfortunately. I actually would have preferred if he did hit, because if you look at this roll here, I think this would have been a great opportunity, because the next one most likely would not have killed me, and then I would have been able to go out into my Mega Scissor, and start setting up agilities and baton passing and things like that. So it's kind of unfortunate that he missed, I guess, for both me and him, because that was kind of my hope there when I stood in. But he reveals that he's actually Choice Scarf. Not that I have a lot of speed in. I actually was talking to him after the battle, and he does tell me that he's his choice scarf. Now, this thing was a little upsetting to me because I really thought he was going to be like the like Fire MZ with either Z Sunny Day or Z Flare Blitz or something like that. But I immediately go out into Blastoise, and Blastoise is Choice Scarf with Water Spout, and we do a lot of damage to his Sylveon. That is beautiful damage. And basically, once Keldeo is gone, I can actually bring this in and clean up the rest of his team. Like, nothing wants to take a full health Water Spout, because his Celesteela is more offensive than especially defensive or anything like that. It actually gets 2 KO'd after coming in on rocks from the Water Spout. So Water Spout Blastoise is actually going to get a kill on the Sylveon here, which is absolutely amazing. I was laughing so hard during my actual live comm of this because I thought it was the most beautiful meme that I could have ever come up with. Now, Keldeo comes in, and I'm like, oh god, this thing is actually going to 4-0 me from the rest of this game, because I lost my one Keldeo check with Mesprit. So I was like, alright, I have to go out into Scissor, I'm going to sack it off. Maybe he'll go for, Hidden Power Fire, even though he probably has Hidden Power, Poison. He wants to stop the damage of, what's it called? Of the, Water Spout from, putting in a lot of pressure. But he goes for the Substitute, and I'm like, oh god, I just messed up so bad. So I stay in here anyway, and I go for the Bullet Punch just to see if I can break this up, because I was too scared to calc. I don't know why I didn't calc. I was a bad player. But regardless, it wouldn't have mattered whether I switched or not, because he could have gone for literally anything, and I would not have wanted to take it with anything on my team, because he could have gone for the Secret Sword. Had I wanted to go out into Hydreigon to resist the Scald, and he could have knocked me out there. So I basically get into a situation where I have a pretty much I have to play around with this thing, and I have to knock out one of the subs and then come in and revenge kill it with my Raikou. So that's the situation I'm in. I have to pretty much play around with that. So right now we're kind of just I'm gonna let him whittle himself down with some substitutes, and I'm like, all right, let me go out and Baton Pass into my my Raikou, and here is where I'm like, okay, I can Volt Switch, break his thing, go back out into Scizor, cause him to go for another substitute, just continually whittling him down, and then he outspeeds me. And I was just like, wait, what just happened? What just happened? This dude ran max speed Keldeo. Every single week, I watched his team builders. He ran very complex EV spreads. And my dude, he just ran max speed Keldeo. I was like, oh god, I am legit screwed. And I was just like, I don't know why that happened, but he did it. He even, I was so flustered. I was like, no, Lynx, no. I was like, why did you do that to me? I just could not believe it. I was asking him the game, after the game, so many times. And he's like, well, the only thing I really speed creeped this week was the Blaziken. I ran, enough speed to outspeed, Crobat or something along those lines, I think he told me. And I was like, no, this is and this is where the game pretty much goes downhill for me. Unfortunately for me, if I had just speed creeped his Raikou originally the way I should have done in the first place, I should have just basically did a basic speed creep. I shouldn't have tried to speed creep his speed creeps. It just didn't make sense to me. I just, every week I would watch him speed creep things, and then I was like, alright, so let me take advantage of that. I'll speed creep his speed creeps. I'll get some more bulk in. And if you guys watch my team builder, I actually talk about that. I have it all in my notes of, things that I wanted to say. I'm gonna speed creep his speed creeps, because I watched his team builders, and he speed creeps things. And he just doesn't speed creep Keldeo this week. And it honestly, it just threw off my entire game plan, because he ran max speed Keldeo. Which is weird, because he actually didn't have a reason to, because of, I don't have any base like 108s on my team. I go from base 130, 115, and then I go Typhlosion at base 100. So I was expecting him to speed creep my Typhlosion in this instance, yet he can now outspeed my entire team. So had I just brought the Raikou to just outspeed him, a max speed Keldeo, I would have been fine. I would have been perfectly fine. I think even if he just ran a Scarf Keldeo, I would have been better off with like Scald, because I think Scald Keldeo with just on my Scizor, even if he burned my Scizor that was like especially defensive, I could have like Agility Baton passed into my Hydreigon on that game. So he does get the 4-0 win, unfortunately for me, but really good job to Lynx. Just kidding, Lynx, you're a bad player. I told you I was gonna say it in my postcom, dude, so I have to do it. And if you guys enjoyed the game and you guys want to go give Lynx a like on his video, tell me he did a good job, and really go support him. I want to thank you guys for getting me to 700 subscribers and showing me all the love as of lately. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. So stay tuned for next week, guys. We do play Dan, aka Drive. Really, really cool dude. You guys definitely know him. He's definitely one of the larger channels in this league. So stay tuned for that, guys. I will see you next week. Peace.